Hey you guys, Julie here, and I'm from Fall Creek Gallery, and I make sawdust. One of my most favorite ways to make sawdust is with Saburrtooth tools. Today I've got a small little job just up the hill from the gallery over at Brent and Tammy's house, and we are going to be taking a look at this wonderful log left over from a tree job, and we're going to make it into a decorative address plate. So I'm going to see what type of details I can put on it. We're going to work on several different tools this time so you can see more of a practical home application for using your Saburrtooth tools as well. So let's get back to the grind. Okay, now this is the said address log, and the first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do some planing, and one of the best ways to do the planing is one of our awesome 4-inch grinders. So I'm going to take this, plane the areas that are going to be flat with the numbers, plane and get some deep grooves going in where we're going to do maybe some relief carving as well. We also have some detail work we're going to use on this awesome little whole 2-inch grinding wheel. Now our numbers, I'm going to use this awesome ball in the die grinder. Now this guy will be our featured tool for this week. This is going to be our main number maker. This can make some nice deep grooves because we want something that can be eye-catching from the street as people are pulling around the bend here back in the woods. And we also got a little bit of cleanup detail we'll do with this little number, and let's see how it goes. Okay, let's get to the first part of this fun project, and the first part will be planing a couple areas because it's sort of ripply, and this was a fine old tree. And if it looks up, you can see it. All right, let's suit up. Some eyes on. Let's get back to the grind. I got a lot of the planing done. As you can see, some of the spots were a little bit soft because we had a bit of a decay over a little bit of time, obviously, even possibly some little insects go through. But once we took the bark off, you see this gorgeous wood grain. So when we do the carving, we can even do some sort of varnish or polyurethane on the outside, and that will just accent the natural beauty of this log and this piece. So let's get a little bit of the details. So we've got to put the house numbers on next. Okay, so this is where we're going to use the tool of the week, which is this awesome ball tip for gouging and cutting. So we'll do this to do the basic shape of the numbers. Now it has to be big enough so you can see it from the street, which I'll admit is only about 15 feet away. But we're going to do as much as we can on this side, make it as tall as we can, while still attempting to avoid some of this bug damage and just decay. So we're going to do the vast amount here. Then we'll do a little bit of decorative around it with this and some of the other tools so that we can have a nice overall design. So it also is a piece of nature but fits in with nature, but is also a decorative art piece. Let's get to those numbers. Back to the grind. one down. Plant it down just a little bit because he's a little too bumpy where I need to be. So we got the address in now. We've got it across here. I'm going to make it just a little bit deeper, and then we're going to do a little bit of cleaning up on it as well. So let's see how this goes. A little more in. All right, dust break. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit of a cleaning up here. Use this nice little tiny wheelie tip. All right, guys, let me get you a little bit of a close-up here so you can see them. Now, I'm gonna dust this baby off, and then probably what I'm gonna end up doing is taking this and darkening the letters and the numbers here. And then I'm probably just gonna do a nice varnish so you can see this gorgeous spalted texture and awesome naturalness of the slug. We'll see if we can get you a picture of this when it's all finished. And remember, for any of your wood projects, even if it's a Pinteresty project, it could be a huge statue, it could be something as simple as your house numbers. Remember, Saburrtooth tools are the best way to make sawdust. We'll see you next week on Tuesday's Tools. Julie Hollis from Fall Creek Gallery, and we'll see you next time. Okay, one of the last details I think I'm gonna do is I've left the natural bark along with the mushrooms and all this funness there. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a nice little edge just right around where I've sanded and to where the nature begins. This is in a beautiful nature wooded area, but I think that will sort of offset it just a little bit so that you can accent it and see it a little better. So with that, I'm gonna use this beautiful little 2-inch grinder and just do a nice little pencil edge. Let's see how she goes. All right, on to finishing now. All right, guys, next phase of this process is I'm adding a little bit of color to the wood around where the numbers is. I'm gonna match this up, matching this up a little bit close to the house color, but I'm gonna leave it just sort of whitewashed so that it's just a subtle coloring and not just a deep opaque. So you can still see that wood grain through there. And I'm just going to do the color where we sanded it off. We're not going to do it where we're going to leave this part of the wood natural. So we'll get all nice and around here. And I just took this acrylic paint and then I watered it down a tad. Almost got this done. So this will actually make the numbers pop really nice. Since we did that little pencil edge, it makes it a little bit more defined between the areas as well. Okay. That's looking good. So now we're going to put in the cream for the numbers. Make sure all your sawdust is out as well. nice thing about that one ball tool is it can go really deep, and it's one of the extra coarse bits, so it sincerely is a deep cutter of wood. All right, hope you guys like this project, and we'll see you next time.